Okay, so now we have the journey. This is going to be the path that happens as you find the resistance in your life and business and you reverse that into positive energy moving you forward. This is the journey of moving up the color scale. This is the journey of building your forever business. So let's take a look at what that is. What you're going to see here is the color scale, of course, and this diagram on the right is the pattern that just seen in the research over many, many different people over many, many years, and my mentors have seen over their entire careers. So I come to you now through a lineage of mentors that have passed on wisdom from one mentor to the next, and each has made their own contribution and really committed their life to it. And I'll talk about those mentors more in Module 2. And what we've found over these past 65 years plus is this is the pattern that happens as a person stepping more into their purpose with passion and bringing their business profit into it as well. So what we see here, and again, the reason why I'm sharing this with you now is because the whole point of this module is clarity, so that instead of feeling lost in some way, shape, or form, instead you feel clear and you know your direction, both on a big picture and a day-to-day picture. So this will help you understand the game that's happening here. So as a person moves up the color scale, this is what we see. They move up, 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 up. Things are improving, and then there's at some point, boom, they're going to go down. And then they go up, 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 and up. And what's happening here is that as we increase, it's like we have housekeeping to go back from. So say we're moving up and this person moves into yellow right here, and then they start realizing those red things in their life. The things that they used to kind of just brush off because, hell, there was fires burning around in their business, and they had to, they were so stressed to deal with certain things that they couldn't even think about those other things. That was me in my early 20s, my web design business. There were so many things, like, for example, my health. I was like, I don't even have time to focus on this. Like, there's this going on. There's 25 full-time team members that I'm managing, ups and downs and swings in revenue, or we're growing, or where'd the revenue go, all these different things. So those things in the back of my mind, I didn't even have time to focus on, or I didn't make time to focus on. So what happens is then as a person starts moving forward, like when I had more money, then I took the next step, created more freedom and money for myself in my SEO business. Then I had more time to actually think about things of like, oh, what is my purpose? What is the things that I really want to do with my life? And so what happens then we almost look at house cleaning things, the things that we didn't really have time to focus on before. We go in and find, okay, what are those past emotions? What are those things that are weighing me down? So then you go down into the darkness, you scoop them up, and then you bring them and reverse them up, and that blasts you up forward. So it's kind of a misconception, and people selling programs usually kind of like try and paint this picture of, once you break through, then you're just, life is peachy perfect forever. It's not really the case. I mean, it's an improving process up. But then as each new level that we step up to, then it's like we go down to grab some of the darkness that we have, the pain. And then we use it, transform it, reverse it, and go up again. And as you can see, each dip that it goes down, it doesn't go all the way back to the bottom. And that's not the case. And if a person doesn't understand this process, that can be pretty alarming. It's like, oh no, I'm going back down. No. Whatever it is, that's actually by design, and it means, okay, there's new gold here. And that's the concept, is like our greatest gifts are in the shadow, the pain, the hurt, the parts of ourselves that we don't want to really look at. And we'll go into this more in Module 2. Carl Jung's work with shadow work is this whole concept that our greatest gifts and really our greatest genius is within that darkness in ourselves. So as we do that, then we go up and up, and then see, there's those little dips, but they're not even near. I mean, they're not even close to what they used to be. And, even right here, say it's top of green, then it dips down, it's still in green. So it gets, it's barely nothing. That's the thing we really want to illustrate here, is that over time, yes, there'll still be those dips, but they're so light to what they used to be. They're so light to life in the red. It really is. So the reason why I have thoughts and emotions here is because, yeah, going down into those emotions, whatever they might be, they're kind of like growing pains, but they are meant to grow you forward. And the reason why I have a 12-month empowerment journey here is because I was talking about this with Brenda, and that's what we really see is like there's a lot of like people usually, especially in the 6 weeks of each module once a week, we see growth. We see things clicking for them. Boom, things are moving. So there's a big surge upwards. And then they kind of ride that, and then there's a new thing for them to go into, realign, and then blast up to the next level. So it's kind of like this thing that we've seen that, and it's different for everybody, and it depends on your age, it depends on your past, how much pain you've been through in your past. It depends on where your business is at, depends on your finances, depends on the amount of freedom that you have currently. It depends on if you're still looking for your forever business or you're in it and you're just molding it. There's tons of different things of why the timeline is, and everyone's completely unique. So everyone's got their own timeline. So usually during that 12 months is we'll see a few of those, probably at least 2 to 4, maybe 5, of kind of like boom, break through to a whole new level, ride that level, something else comes up, go down there, and then boom, a new level. And over a year, that's typically what we see. Probably 2 to 4, maybe sometimes 5 of those. Someone's really moving, and over time, they end up being in a totally different place. So again, depends. This isn't really saying like, hey, you're going to go from bottom of red all the way to top of blue. It's not the case. What it's showing is that this type of pattern happens, and as you improve, it's just going to keep going up and up as long as you keep focusing on building your forever business and using the tools. So that's the journey that we're on here. So excited that you're on it because, like I keep saying, global abundance is absolutely achievable in our lifetime, and I can't do it alone. So that's why it's so key that we go through each of this process for ourselves, build our forever businesses, and boom, before you know it, you're in the green. It's easy, it's simple, and then you start feeling the blue, and the blue is just peace. Things are moving, things are happening. Peace is there, and incredible clarity. So that's what I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one.